Hello and welcome back to Heroes My Magic 3, The Shadow of Death. And we are close to the end. We only have one enemy left. But for fun, let's go take on the red dragons first. I don't think Iceland can get to the town and back in time. That's quite close, actually. Dragons are closer. Against lots of red dragons, and I have not that many troops, but I think I can deal with them. And I could go there with Clavius. Just day 4 though. And wait, what do I have here? Quite a lot of troops actually. I think I'm best off just going this way, and then resupplying Sandro. Well, I guess Sandro won't be able to go that far, so let's just have him wait here for a bit. Should he be a bit closer? Yeah, probably should be a bit closer. Okay, so we have nothing to build here anymore. Have the dragon hold there. I need more mercury. And here we have the Hall of Darkness. And then more mercury. So let's see. Again, cannot get anything. Vampires, most important. Liches, pretty important. Not so useful against dragons, huh? The Dread Knights are cool. But I think the Liches are still more important. Then the Ghost Dragons. What does Sandro already have? Just Bone Dragons. So let's not get those. Well, this is not ideal. I'll need to upgrade quite a lot of these troops. But while I'm here, I might as well just do that. With my spell points, it's quite fine. And I will get double spell points here anyway, so I don't need to make a detour. Good job. Wow, rude. So who do I raise first? I guess I can do that on the Black Knight. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to risk my bone dragons. Whoops! I did not think they would be that powerful. Well, not a big loss. Okay, well now Iceland can get some more troops. See if he can get some things to upgrade. the dragons were attempting to prevent you from getting hold of their old scales, where some artisan has fashioned effective armor. You try on the armor, and it's quite a good fit. Fate has smiled on you. So we get +4 attack and defense, because we did not have enough of that. Alright, so let's continue going this way. And let's see if I can upgrade something as well. No, I've built everything everywhere until I get... Well, actually I have enough work right now. Just need more gold. Let's see what I can do. I want to upgrade the dragons, and I want to upgrade the Black Knights. And everything else is fine as it is. Yeah. So that will do. Now I don't have the Mercury. I have all the dragons. Should boost. Definitely. I'm not sure if I can actually catch up to Sandro at this point. Let's see. So Replicus. I can go through here and be faster? Yes, I can. No, yeah, and it's also a new week, so I get even more vampires. Ambitious. A bone dragon, and I guess a few wraiths. I don't think I can catch up. Yeah, close but no cigar so far. Plus 929. That's pretty hilarious. Okay, let's see where this goes. This is a one-way trip. Hello there, Minotaurs. I do want to turn into skeletons. Thanks for asking. Seven, eh? That works for me. And I have a Hall of Darkness. So to upgrade, I need 15,000. thought they would stand there, just outside of the range of my rays. Not that it matters. Could get the Black Knights too. Yeah, it's probably worth it. This is interesting. Okay. So the Bone Dragon I cannot get. It's either the Bone Dragon or the two Death Knights. Meanwhile, here I can upgrade the Dragon Vault. Might as well finish this off. This is still not built though. Well, most important is the vampires, as always. You can stay here for a bit though. And get rest of the vampires. And now you can move on. Here comes Iceland. Well, close enough. I give the Black Knights... well, I don't have the money to get the Bone Dragon right now. I don't know where the town is. It must be here somewhere. Ah, now I know where the town is. Is that all they have? Because it might be disappointing if that is the case. Oh man, they have tactics. Well, guess what I have? I have chain lightning. And I got a whole bunch of skeletons now. Well, this might just be the final battle of the game. Let's see. Kyle, hey? Well... they even just have a fort. Nothing more. Ah, that's great. Well... Vampires are a bit annoying. And that's about it. So let's just use chain lightning. Yeah, that works. Should I just get my ghost dragons in there? Yeah, probably. Wow, rude. Good job getting luck. Oh. Hey, I got luck too. Have to be a bit careful here. I want to get my skeletons back before they use the spell again. That might be tricky though. Oh no, that's fine because I go first. I can just do this. And then I can just do this. And I'm fine. No losses, Hell of Chaos, Knowledge +3. And yes, Orange has been vanquished. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated. Victory is yours.
Phineas is more cunning than I gave him credit for. He tricked me into getting imprisoned for assaulting an innocent lord so that he could rule Deja by himself and steal the credit for my plans to invade Erathia. Well, soon he will realize that I can pull his strings even from my cell and wrap them tightly around his neck.
Well, this was quite a journey. And it took quite a bit of time, too. The score, total time, final score. Yes, so this is in fact the end of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, The Shadow of Death. The sequel, that's the prequel. Indeed, I am Green Emerald. Well, I got more points than 1000, so that's good. Yep, we have finished everything. So, let's recap. At the very beginning we had the 4 campaigns, which were about 4 different heroes who were all searching for several artifacts that were of interest to Sandro, who was pretending to be a person who was fighting the necromancers. But in the end, once all the artifacts got combined, he ran away with them and kind of angered everyone else because of that. Those artifacts were very powerful, but with the combined artifacts of a different kind, with all the other 4 heroes combined, we managed to defeat Sandro. Well, Sandro himself got a pretty good start in the Rise of the Necromancer. And indeed, we managed to defeat Sandro with an unholy alliance between all of the different heroes combined. And finally, Sandro, even though he was defeated, he was not completely defeated. And even though without his powerful artifacts, he still managed to get back into the game. slowly but surely advancing Deja's position, and establishing Deja as a pretty strong contender in the entire continent of Antagarich. Most of the times, looks like Deja is occupied with fighting either Erathia or Avli. So either the elves or the humans, which makes sense because that's what they're surrounded by. After all, the Deja lands were part of Avli at some point. Well, it was interesting to see how this worked out, and also the fact that Sandro also became the advisor for Phineas. He actually put Phineas on the throne, but it turns out that even though Sandro thought that Phineas was just a puppet for himself, turns out that was not the case, and Phineas managed to imprison Sandro in the end. Well, we'll learn what strings Sandro can pull from here. Though I'm a bit surprised that there was this plot point about poison fit for a king, but we didn't really see much outcome from that. Well, I suppose that we will hear something about that in the near future. But for now, that has been the entirety of Here's My Magic 3, The Shadow of Death. It's been a wild ride. I'm quite surprised. Well, yeah, I'm not sure actually. It took a long time, but I expected this to take quite a long time, because this game has a lot of scenarios. Then again, some of them are not very long. Quite a lot of the maps were short, like small maps. And yeah. Otherwise, yeah. Even then, I think it should take much longer to beat the Shadow of Death compared to the base game. And wow, the credits are rolling very, very slowly. That's quite interesting. But also you can see that the director is David Mulick. That's who Sir Mulick is named after. And of course we have John Cunningham as the designer, and Jennifer Bullard as well. So this is interesting. But anyway, I enjoyed it quite a bit. And it was very interesting to see the beginnings of Sandro, and also his disguise as a human, and then dropping that disguise to go full-on necromancer, and the establishment of Deja as such, too. Yeah. And also the background behind Jelu, and also Gem. It's interesting that Gem in fact comes from Enroth instead of Antagarich. And, well, knowing more about Jelu is always nice. That's not the last time that we see him. And you might be wondering, well, what will we be doing next? So I had to change my plans a bit with the scheduling of Here's My Magic 3, The Shadow of Death, and Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven, because I thought that I would want to start the Mandate of Heaven after Shadow of Death. But it turns out that indeed the first 4 campaigns of the Shadow of Death do take place a long time before the Mandate of Heaven, but in fact the final scenarios do take place at least a bit after the start of the Mandate of Heaven. So I had to change the plans, and that's what we have so far. Yes. So now that I'm done with the Shadow of Death, in fact, that means that my original plan can continue to unfold. Now, the original plan was to play in parallel Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven, and Heroes of Might and Magic 3, The Restoration of Erathia. So that is in fact what we will be going through next time. And, well, I already did a video about the setup of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but I might very well dedicate one video to show how to set up another version of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which I'm quite excited for. I don't have it set up right now, so it will take some time for me to set it back up. But I think I can do it, and then I can probably make, well, a bit of a tutorial about how to do that. Or, yeah, I don't know how I want to do it. If I want to make it a video or maybe just an article on my website, well, we'll see. But it is quite a special version. I'm not sure if I want to play that version or just continue with the setup that I have right now, which is pretty good as well. We'll see, I suppose. But yes, that is indeed for next time. So, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, still continuing. Not just with Heroes Chronicles, but also the expansions, that now we finished one of them. And now the base game, and afterwards we will go indeed to the other expansion pack. That will be a thing as well. And for those who are wondering about the other side, I still want to continue working on the Mass Effect 2 Cerberus Daily News videos. But they take a long time to actually make. So I'm not sure. Like, it's not quite as interesting for me to make those in comparison to just videos like this. Not so much because it's not interesting to do that. It's more so that I need to edit it quite a bit. And just the editing part takes so long that it's kind of annoying. But I'll try to do that more often now that I'm done with the Shadow of Death. But of course I cannot promise too much. And we'll see more of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, The Restoration of Erathia, of course. It will be an interesting transition between the Shadow of Death and the Restoration of Erathia, given that the Shadow of Death is an expansion pack. And the game is coded in a way that it enters a compatibility mode if you go to play the original. So you lose all of the changes that have been done in the expansion packs, so that you get the original experience of playing the Restoration of Erathia. Which is not necessarily a good thing, because they did the changes that they did in the expansion packs for a reason. But yes, you will see that next time. And hey, special thanks to Cyberlore, that was from Here's My Magic 2. Renegade Tools, that's what they use for the music and the videos. And who is a webmaster? I guess a webmaster is someone who is responsible for putting content on the website. But is it referring to the 3DO's website, or was there an actual website for Heroes of Might and Magic 3 itself? I have my doubts. There would be a page on the 3DO's website though. Okay, that is a hilarious bug. I'm guessing it's a bug only in the HD version. Oh, the Gmod, and it's not in the original. But yes, we're at the end of the credits. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this. Again, sorry for the haters, but it is how it is. And I will see you all next time in Heroes Magic 3, The Restoration of Erathia. And of course, Might Magic 6, The Magnet of Heaven. See you all then. Later.